Now the right hand, let's have a look at this. What I normally do, you see this part of my hand here, this part, I normally rest it on this bridge bit here. Yeah? And then I move my wrist. So it's a good job if you can anchor your hand. Now watch my right hand this time. So it's a good job if you can anchor your hand and just move your wrist like this. This will come in a lot useful when you're doing single notes, because your hand knows where it's supposed to be, where it'll belong. And you'll probably get a bit of a divot there where you lean on your bridge here. Okay, my bridge looks a little different from yours, but don't panic, it's the same. I know you've got two bits on your guitar. You've got what's called a Tune-o-matic bridge, and I've just got a wrap over tailpiece. That's what that's called, a wrap over tailpiece. Okay, we'll go on to a little bit more. We'll learn a new chord, or a new couple of chords. The first one being A minor, where your finger goes on the second string, first fret. Then your third finger goes on here. And your second finger goes on the one beside it. Now you can play the second thickest string for this one, because that's an A, as we know. Remember I told you that was the A string, the second thickest one. The second thickest one is the A string. Which is called A minor, okay? And you can play the top string. The only one you can't play really is the thickest string, because that's an E and we don't want that in there. So you have to play from the second string down, which is A minor. Now the next chord we're going to learn is D, which is a very, very popular chord in a lot of music, D. So your second finger goes on here, and then your first finger goes over here to the second fret, and your third finger is on fret 3, second string in, which is B. This is the B string, and that note there is D. D, that's the root note. We'll come into root notes later, but let's not worry about that for the minute. So that's D. And we play it from the D string, which is the open D. We don't play this thick one, which is the E, and we don't play the second one, which is the A. We don't want those. We play it from the D string. Okay, so let's try changing between those two. Pretty good, huh? And now we're going to learn another chord which you'll be using a lot, which is E. Now, the first finger goes on that string there, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is the G string. If it's open, that's a G. Remember we played the chord of G? So we want the first finger there, and then the third finger there, and the fourth finger there. And we play all the strings. To go to A minor. Let's learn a complex chord called B7. So it's not a B, we're using the 7th note in there. Now, a little bit of technical stuff here. Did you know that there's 8 notes in an octave? That's why it's called an octave, octopus octave. Right? So if I was going to do the scale of, say, C, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's the scale of C. But anyway, so we are going to do a B7 now. So we want the 7th in there, okay? Now your first finger goes here. You see that? Second finger here. That's the second string, which is the A. Second string, second fret. Your third finger goes on the second fret, on the second, on here, on the G string. And your little pinky goes on the end fret here, on the end one. So if we put those all together, we get a B7. See how it sounds a bit off? That's because the 7th is in there. The root note, which is B, is that one. So now we can do what's called a blues run. So we'll start off with E. Remember E? A minor, B7, E. Didn't teach you an A, did I? Well, an A is this finger here. A. Pinky on here. E, A, E, B7, E, Okay, and that's all we're going to do for this bit of the video, as that's oodles for you. That's probably a month's worth of playing, easily a month to get that lot, and go at that speed that I was going. Don't go any faster, because we don't need speed at the moment. We want accuracy. And once your fingers, these fingers here, once they get the muscle memory, because you've been doing it so much, they'll remember the chords, and you won't have to think about it then because your hand will remember it. So as your head goes G, you'll automatically go into the G shape, or C, or F, or A minor, or B7. They'll automatically go into those places once you've been practicing it for a while. Okay? Yeah, they will. They certainly will. I'm crouching down to get into the shot here. But they will, yes. So practice, 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 practice. If you can practice every day, that's brilliant. Practice every day. Okay, I'll leave it for here.